What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can already see behind me, phase 2 is well underway on our 2019 Aquasport 224 bay boat. I know there's not a lot of content on this boat specifically. I've been on there, I've searched, I've done a lot of research, and if I didn't go to the dealer and look at it, there wasn't much on this. So I'm gonna do my best, aside from this specific build, when we get her back on the water, to do a full walkthrough, all the specs, show you the live wells, all the pumps, all the features that the boat has to offer to help you guys out. But anyways, today we are underway. We just got the boat back from fabrication. They finished the T-top. It came out pretty nice. The only thing they went ahead and wired for me was, they didn't wire anything, I should say. They mounted the front light bar with these special tabs so I can just thread right into them. And so they went ahead and mounted that for me. Other than that, we have speaker pods, we have spreader lights, we have courtesy light, we have all kinds of stuff that we're working on today. Went ahead and pulled the batteries already, and we're gonna see if we can make the whole system work with the factory panels, with the factory switches, and try to keep it as clean as absolutely possible. So I'm on my own right now. Josh will be here shortly, and I'll bring you guys along for the ride. All right, to give you a little bit of an update, we're already wired in the light bar over here, and I already went ahead and mounted the first speaker. And check out how clean this is. There are absolutely no wires, nothing is visible. Nice hefty bracket. Now these are a little bit more of a complicated install because they do have LEDs, and during phase 1 of this build we bought an LED controller and wired it up because the other 3 existing speakers have LED lights. So we went ahead and bought the controller instead of wiring everything, you know, with a different sequence, because you could join several wires and pick, you know, a color. This comes with a remote. We can adjust the color, the intensity, the brightness, demo mode, it flashes to music, it does all kinds of stuff. So it makes the installation a little more difficult, and I'm going to show you what I mean now. Instead of just, oh, bear with me while this focuses. Instead of just regular speaker wire like everything else, okay, we also had to run this harness. We had to make this harness and run this harness because Kicker does make the marine harness for those speakers, but it's a 150-foot spool and it's $1 a foot, and they will not sell it by the foot, they sell it by the spool, and we only needed about 15 feet and really have no use for that. So I'm gonna start getting all those wires ready because everything up here is soldered and heat shrink and the whole 9 yards. We don't want any corrosion. So I don't have anybody else to hold the camera for me while I solder. I wish I did, but I'm gonna get working on that, and I'll pick this back up when we have something else to show you. All right, guys, so I went ahead and soldered the entire LED harness connection, and I'm about to solder the speaker wire connection. Just want to show it to you guys so you can see. This is the LEDs, speaker wire getting ready to be soldered and heat shrinked, and then it goes in this hole here. This hole is 5/8 of an inch, okay, and that hole, I'm going to show you, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, there's like a nipple here, okay, that helps locate this bracket, and it helps feed the wire and protect it from chafing against the aluminum there. So essentially that nipple's going to sit through the frame, okay, and not only is it going to help prevent the chafing of the wire, it's also going to help keep it stable so that the speaker doesn't move from there. The speaker, in the angle that I mounted them, they will rotate 180 degrees. They'll actually do 360, but it's not going to go. So they'll do 180, so I can point them to the rear of the boat or to the front of the boat. If I would have mounted them up top, I would have had the ability to turn them out towards the water or in towards the cab, but I chose to mount them like this for simplicity, for ease of running wires, and for just an overall cleaner look. Other than that, I'll show you guys once we got them all wired up and can't wait to hear them. All right, guys, that one was a bit of a pain in the butt. On the first one, I had Josh to help me, and this one I had to ride solo on it. A little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's done nonetheless. Wish Kicker would give me, you know, a way to pick the orientation of the logo. That's a little annoying, but it is what it is. I'm also going to change the grills on those to match the gray. It might look black in the camera, but the boat has some gray. It's filthy now, so. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead now and start working on the spreaders. Let me get up here, show you guys the tabs where they're gonna go. One spreader there and one spreader there in between the rocket launchers. And other than that, we're coming along good. We have a nav courtesy light that we're gonna mount up here, and I have no idea why they ran 2 wires here, so that is to be determined still. But with an M18 battery and a voltmeter, we should be able to figure that out pretty quickly. So I'll check back in with you guys when I have the spreaders mounted, and hopefully by then Josh is here, hopefully with some damn food, because it's hard out here in these streets. Alright guys, so it's been about, I would say, 2 hours since I last checked in with you guys. Had a bit of an issue with the rear spreaders and the way they ran the wires for me. Took a little bit of investigating to figure it out. And then it was too many wires given the space that we had. Nonetheless, we got it figured out. Josh is back with us.
In the damn console.
This is his home. I don't know if you can see him. There you go. And
I live here now.
yeah, I'm gonna go grab him a pillow now in a little bit, because he's gonna be in there for about another 2 to 3 hours.
Nah, I don't think that.
I mean, you're doing a lot of talking and not a lot of working, so I don't know.
Do you want to be in here?
Definitely not. Anyways,
What I thought.
so what he's doing now is joining the LEDs from both speakers into one harness, splicing them into the Kicker control box so we can control the lights and all of that program that it runs. He's got the spreaders in there, he's got the underlights, he's got the front light, everything is in there. So we're literally sorting, labeling, wiring, we got to install relays. It's a heck of a process, but I'm sure once he's done, he's going to want to take you guys in there and show his beautiful work. And he's very happy to be in there. He's very excited. That's his favorite spot.
All right, guys, so not much of a surprise. It's the next day. When you say it's going to take 2 or 3 hours, it never does. But nonetheless, everything's done. And I don't have to be in that tiny space anymore, because it's not fun.
It's a tiny space.
So we're going to go through all the switches here and everything. We were trying to use OEM controls, but we were hoping accessory was a dual position switch. It's only a single position. We might end up changing that later on. So for right now, accessory just ends up powering up our LED light bar up front. So nice to have the OEM switches there. Like I said, if it was a dual position, it would turn red, kind of like this one right here. And then we'd be able to, you know, power the rear spreaders. But anyway, we got them powered on a different switch right here. Just kind of tucked up out of the way. The excessive rear spreader lights that light up the entire back of the warehouse. Yeah. What else we got here? Oh, Danny already showed you all the speakers when he did those. So everything's all powered up on those. Obviously we can cycle through colors, but the theme of the boat is white and blue, so blue seems to work. Oh, we gotta tuck away that nav cable there. We ran an extra one, but we had an extra one ran anyway, in case we wanted to add anything in the future. Typically you run like a nav pole up top, but we didn't want any holes in the top of this thing.
Definitely not.
And last but not least, I gotta show them inside the disaster room over here. All right. So you can see we got our relays there, along with the fuse panel that's quickly filling up that Danny thought was entirely way too big when I told him what to buy.
That was phase one.
that was in phase one. Now we're in phase two, and I guess I'm gonna let Danny talk to you about phase three, which will be coming up. I don't know when. That's completely up to him.
Yeah, well, phase three, you guys are finding out about phase three at the same exact time my wife is finding out about phase three. But that's okay. She likes the boat. Phase three is gonna entail it's just kind of happened. This boat came with white and, you know, this light gray and dark gray on all of the seats.
Fared too well either.
No, I mean,
They also sat on a lot for like 2 years. So.
it sat outside. This was a leftover model, so I got to get with them, see if they're going to give me a credit or what the heck they're going to do with these seats. But anyways, they don't match, regardless. So we want to do a white vinyl with some blue stitching, you know, Pacific blue, to match. So we're gonna do that, and if I really push my luck, we're gonna sea deck the boat.
We're gonna sea deck the boat.
Yeah, we're gonna sea deck the boat because
I ain't letting you pay $3,000 to have somebody sea deck this.
I had a couple quotes for $3,300 to sea deck the boat, and it's not gonna happen.
I'd rather it look like somebody sea decked it for $500.
That's what it's gonna look like. But other than that, guys,
Oh,
I mean,
show them your cute overhead lights.
oh, you want to go ahead and cycle it for them?
Yes.
So,
Going with that blue theme again.
yep, lights up everything nice and blue.
And obviously you can turn it off so it's not annoying you.
Yep. That's just little touches that everything ties in together. Little bit excessive for a bay boat.
The Miami bay boat.
It is a Miami bay
I'm
boat.
gonna call it a Biscayne bay boat.
It's a Biscayne bay boat,
That's
yeah.
a whole new category. I just invented that.
Yeah.
You better patent that.
Well,
Copyright it. Do whatever you
I
need
guess
to do.
we'll name the series the Ultimate Biscayne Bay Boat.
There you go.
Because, I mean, what else can we name it?
Ain't a whole lot of fishing. It's got a lot of rod holder.
It's got a lot of rod holders, fly flags, and
It's about 20 by my count.
yeah, just about.
You'd be lucky if there's 2 on here at a time.
I own 2. I own 3. I own 3.
How many are children sized?
2. 2 of the 3 are for my kids. I have 1 adult one. Anyways, I guess we will. I'm gonna show some images now. We're gonna shut the lights off and all that when we straighten the boat out. I'll turn the lights on and I'll show those. And I mean, other than that, next time you see us,
Hopefully it's on the water.
hopefully it's on the water. We have a lot of catching up to do with you guys. We got a lot of stuff going on.
We were sitting here banging on the stereo for probably an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Batteries didn't go below 12.4.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, batteries are not a problem for us.
You tell him what your boy said? Why you had so many batteries?
Yeah, well, funny little story. When I dropped off the boat to get the top put on it, the guy asked me if I was running a power inverter and a microwave and all that kind of stuff, and I kind of just looked at him like, it's a friggin' bay boat, bro. Because it's a little excessive 331s in the console.
Slightly. Typically a bay boat this size, you see 2 Group 24s.
Yeah, unless you have a trolling motor. In that case, you would have 5 batteries.
Or
in
unless
it.
you know a guy.
Or unless you know a guy. Anyways, we will see you guys on the water in the very near future. The weather's been really terrible here anyways. Very windy. And aside from that, we got a lot of projects coming up.
Should I tell him about the other 27?
Maybe in the next video.
Okay.
The car is coming back soon.
Ugh. It's an expensive project.
The car's coming back soon.
Making his way back.
Yeah, we're alternating between spending my money and spending his money. And remember, guys, we're sponsored by our 9-to-5s.
Usually it's not 9 to 5.
Well, it's 9 to whatever time we finish, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. We'll catch you guys next time.